Hello everyone, this is Daniel. I wanted to show my build for Aloft today. I'm going to start here in the bedroom, which is in a loft. I've got a little nook here with a window. Coming down from the loft, we've got a balcony. Kind of get a preview of what we're going to see. There's not a lot of furniture that I've discovered, so it's kind of Spartan in here, but it's enough. There's another balcony. There's a bridge that I'm going to show. And my garden. Then going out the front door, this is the view that I have. When I'm doing my builds, I like to think, well, what am I going to see when I either wake up or look out the window or come out a door? And then usually I build the build based on that. What's the view that I'm going to have? And I really wanted this view, so I made the building so that it was right here, so I could come out this door and see this, because I just like it. Going to the right first, around the house, just go ahead and show the house. I've tried starting this in the day, at night. It seems starting at night is probably a little bit better, because I think it'll be daytime pretty soon by the time I get around everything. The rest of the house is based on the layout of what was already here. There's a little shelf of rock, so I just built it so that it outlined the rock. This is my garden. I don't have a lot of plants because I find that as long as you keep harvesting, you're going to have more than enough, so I don't need a big farm. I did plant a little bit larger for corn because I figured maybe I'll need more corn later on, and a whole lot of flax because I don't know how to make linen yet, but I figured when I'm going to need it, I'm going to need it. Right behind that tree is the crafting building, so to give an idea of what that's like. And over in the distance is the farm animals. This island is Island 25. It is the island that is directly rimward of the starter island. It has a little few little surprises on it if you decide to come out here to it. I put some lights on these. Can't remember if these are stalactites or stalagmites. What are the ones that grow from the ground up? And so I just put lights on these to make it a little bit lighter going through the tunnel. Up above is where I've got all the flying equipment, the sails and the rudders. I might put some farms up here in the future if I need it, but for now it's just empty. I used to have all my crafting stuff up here, and I moved it down to the crafting building once it got too big. So let me go ahead and show where I found this. So that's where I am now. I'm working on a new island that I found here, so I'll talk about that in a second. But there's the starter island, and I found this island right here. And it's Island 25. The new island that I'm working on it just spawned for my seed right up here, and it's basically the same island, it's just a little different, and I'll talk about it when I get over to show it. I like having the helm on this little boomerang shaped curved area. It's like the deck, and I put a roof over here because I may still, rain protection. Yeah, I got tired of being in the middle of the rain when I was flying around, so all I needed was this little thing. And I like having the pond behind me. gonna go show the inside of the crafting building. So down below, I've got the main storage, or at least the large storage. This is more of a view of the outside. This is just a staircase tower. I do wish there were some more pieces. I haven't found them yet, maybe, but I like eaves for rounded roofs. I tried using the rectangular ones, but they just didn't look very good. Coming around this way, here's the farm animals, and yeah, I had it all cleaned up earlier, but it's like, you know, not the first video, so I cleaned this stuff up, and I was so happy when I got this so they could eat the food themselves. Check that, get one of those worms. So when I built this crafting building, my thoughts were, I'd like to be able to craft and look at the waterfall. So inside, that's where I built the main crafting station. So I could be here and look out the window. It was only a little later after I built it that I was like, you know, I built this right on top of the spawn point. So now every time I spawn on this island, I spawn on the roof. And there's no way to change the spawn point that I'm aware of unless you get into the creative, or not the creative, the creator, the island creator, and actually edit the island. And this is island 25, so I could actually do that, but then I'd have to start over, and I didn't want to do that. This is all I've discovered. I found the loom on an island, so I just sketched it, and I have one of the steam islands on this world, and I'm pretty sure it was one of those steam islands that generated it. But I can't build the spinner. Like, I haven't discovered how to make the planks, and so this is still pretty much you know, normal world as far as I'm concerned, because I can't really use it to make anything. And I haven't discovered all the upgrade station slots yet. I've got research over there, and then upstairs, this last floor is storage, and some more balconies. There you can see the island that I'm working on. And then out this way is a better view of the bridge and the waterfall. When I'm building the bridges and just stone buildings in general, I like to make them light and as fluid as possible and fit the terrain. So that's what I managed to do with that one. I think it came out pretty good. The roof system, by the way, I like, but they need to work on the models for them. Some places where they join together, it doesn't quite work very well. But I'm sure that will be fixed when they do the build update. Now, I like having different ways to get into the crafting area because I never know where I'm going to be when I need to get inside. So this is just more of the outside before it starts raining. And there's the fireplace with chimney. Notice I discovered the fireplace and the chimney after building the crafting building, and I've got a window. But that's like, you know, real world type of thing. As you discover things, you start building, and that's why buildings get their different looks. None of my trees have the mushrooms on them because even though I planted mushrooms on every single one of these trees, they just keep disappearing. And I've actually started this world. This is the second time I restarted it. I was hoping it would fix that bug, but it didn't. And I only started this about 2 or 3 days ago, maybe 2 days ago. It was after the last update. And one reason I did it is I came across an island that had corruption on it, but even though my field guide said, it was clean, there's nothing there, and I got there and I looked around, I couldn't find any corrupt trees, couldn't find any corrupt nodes, but it was all corrupt and you couldn't interact with anything. So I just figured, well, maybe my world was bugged, and then they did that update, and I thought, well, I'll just restart. And it took me about 2 or 3 days to get back to this. And then I'm going to show the new island that I've got. And the new island, I've already shown where it's at, where it is on my seed anyways. Fly it over. Oh good, I landed on it this time. So this is, I'm just standing on top of the crafting building. This is where you spawn, by the way. Like, I spawn here every time I spawn. But that's a good view, like that. I like the tree on this island. The central tree is a deciduous tree, and I think those are really pretty. And those are the basic ones, or the native ones. The new island has conifers. I don't like the conifers as much, but I'm going to plant some deciduous. So just to give an idea of the new island, it's basically the same as this one, except where mine has flat areas, it has raised areas. And on the left is where I'm going to put the helm, the captain's area. The right, I'm going to leave that as a forest, so it can be harvested. You can kind of get a glimpse of all of the build work I've already put into place to lay out, getting from one area to the other, just because it's not as flat as mine is. I haven't decided where to put everything yet, but I was going to keep that central circle there clear, because I'm pretty sure that's where the spawn area is, and then I'll figure out where to build the other buildings after that. But I've already done a lot of the basic outline work, and I'm going to go ahead and show that. And I'll have all of these supported with stone. I like to sketch out what the floor will look like for any of my builds before actually building the walls, just because it's easier to fix the floor than build your walls and then fix the floor. One thing I like about this one is it has this little tunnel to this area, and I'm thinking this is where the crafting building is going to go, just because it's off to the edge and I can build out that way. And it's kind of pretty down here. I know I can fly up and everything, but I like having the ability to walk to all the different areas. And this is going to have a central pillar that comes down. And like I said, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do in some of these areas, but that area back there is going to stay forest. So I'll have forest up there and forest back there. And over here will be the helm. I was kind of thinking down there for the house or over there for the house. And then up above, I don't know. I could put more farming up there. But I'll show all of that in a different video. But over there is islands. I'm going to kind of end this because the rainstorm is coming. I'll fly back over. And oh, look at that. I flew over and the rain stopped. So there's another view of that bridge. Go ahead on up. There's another glimpse of the house. One of my favorite views, bridge and the pond. And I think this is where I'll end it at. Alright, thank you everybody. Hope you enjoyed.